What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 462 of the universe and the return of our developmental brand, season 3. I guess you could call it NGW. We are finally here with a new router on deck that I did test last night. It's on the stream HD right now. Probably should have just stuck to it, but hopefully that helps. If not, well, then the journey to figure out my internet sucks so much continues. But what up? We are getting ready, guys. It's here. NGW is back. And the first show is about to get underway with a round 1 matchup in the NGW Championship Tournament. We are going to crown a new NGW champion, guys, in just 5 weeks' time. 8 superstars selected to duke it out for that right to be crowned as the leader of the next generation. And for our first matchup, we are getting a look at a brand spanking new member. Before unseen by the CMV universe, a lot of guys on the NGW roster starting off are going to be newcomers that you've seen on Fusion Genesis, Reality Wrestling, rest in peace, these past couple of weeks. But this man calls himself the Ultimate Motino, is one of the fresh faces and could perhaps be our next NGW champion. This is our first of 2 first-round matches. Later on in our main event, Anthony Hunt makes his very anticipated debut as he takes on former Rising Star champion Jack Dialogue, guys. And speaking of the Rising Star Championship, that's on the line tonight. Zach Smith, who's been unstoppable as of late, takes on Brandon Rain for the gold. Or the silver, I guess you could call it, because there is a brand new Rising Star Championship that Brandon Rain will be debuting tonight around his waist. And here comes the Ultimate Motino's opponent, guys. A former contender for the Rising Star Championship, the psychotic one, Ryan Riley. What up, Bateman? What up, Vic? Oh, Bateman, you sweet slice of apple pie with just a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top. Warmed in the microwave to perfection. Also tonight, guys, here at NGW, we will be hearing from the Sin City Savior himself. Cameron Harris has asked for a microphone and a couple of minutes to come out here and speak his mind. We've also got tag action. Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling will be taking on an unknown team. But here to start off the show, we find out if it will be Motino or Ryan Riley advancing to the semifinals. So Motino, right out of the gate, we can tell is very flamboyant. And we get a nice handshake, though. What a way to start off the rebranding of NGW, then with some great sportsmanship, guys. Love it. Speaking of Motino, though, we can tell he's very flamboyant, very loosey-goosey, if you will, it would seem. And most definitely a unique look about himself. We know Ryan Riley very well. We've come to know him over these past, been to see him about maybe 2 months. Like I said, challenged for the Rising Star Championship on 2 occasions. Just an absolutely phenomenal competitor. Calls himself the phenomenal one in the ring. And he also wields that deadly submission hold, cross-arm chicken wing. Ultimate Motino is taking it right to him in the start of this matchup. You can tell Motino has the size advantage. He's a bit of a beefy boy. Pretty thick. What up, Zetrix? What up, Topher? Welcome. Oh, but he will be booked next week, guys. I mean, NGW, with the announcement of its return, we've just seen newcomers flooding in, wanting to get themselves the chance to be showcased and one day make it to Fusion Genesis, one day main event, a pay-per-view, maybe headline ascendance. But next week, we've got a lot of debuts. We got the debut, 4 new debuts, all in one match, a fatal 4-way elimination. We will get Jaden Shadow Dylan Vincent, Joey Diaz, and Stevie Wizard all going to debut next week in a Fatal 4. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what those 4 men can do. As Ryan Riley perhaps was looking to finish off the matchup early on, but ultimately Matino made a big-time reversal. Now Matino with a straight punch goes for a bicycle knee, countered by Riley. Knee of his own, beautifully done right there. Great sequence, and now Riley, we've seen this before from him, slaps himself awake, makes sure he's all right, ready to go, keep trucking on, and there's a fisherman's neck breaker. Hellish, what up? You are just in time to perhaps see Ultimate Motito's grand debut soiled by Ryan Riley, who looks to advance to the semifinals and perhaps be our next NGW champion. There it is, that cross-arm chicken wing is locked in. Riley has Motito in big trouble, but Motito stomps on the foot, elbow to the side of the head. Great escape there by the rookie. Well, everybody here in NGW is a rookie, but the rookie of rookies. Ultimate Motito saw his life flash before his eyes right there. Takes a big deep breath and a firm slap right across the face by Motito, showing complete disrespect, which is the opposite of what happened at the start of the match. These two shook hands. Now a couple of forearm smashes, ducks the clothesline. Big old spine buster. Wait a minute. The pelvic thrust. Ryan Riley looking for refuge in the corner. I don't think he's going to find it, though. Ultimate Motito just stomping a mud hole, and I'm going to walk it dry. Oh, there's that bicycle knee that Motito tried earlier in the match, but Riley countered it. Motito wasting no time now, coming up from behind, but Riley well scouted. Whatever Motito was going for there is thwarted, and now a back suplex facebuster into the pin. That'll be a rope break, though, clear as day. How is that not a rope break? Luckily, Motito was able to kick out of that. That would have been the biggest screw job of the century. What a way to kick off NGW. Body splash attempted. Motito moves out of the way. The Ultimate One now drops to the outside, taking a breather. This matchup has not really been going his way. He knows it. Got to rethink his strategy. Oh, Bot, you sweet baby boy. Welcome, welcome. Are you ready for Stan Bowers in action tonight? I can tell you that he is one of, oh my God! Motito using his size advantage. He just whipped Ryan Riley into the apron like a small child by the foot. Stan Bowers is one of those mystery opponents, though. Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling up next. Stomp down onto the back of the head, now put up in a seated position. Motito, guys, at the count of 5, countouts very obviously still in effect here in the NGW Championship Tournament. Maybe Motito doesn't care. He'll take that cheeky win. What? It's a legit way. Ryan Riley going to make sure that the NGW universe, though, doesn't have the first ever NGW matchup and its return soiled like that. As now the Psychotic One for a second time with that Fisherman's Neck Breaker. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. Tomorrow night, guys, Friday Night Genesis, the Fallout of Absolution. Tops Newsome, for the first time ever, the biggest free agent in wrestling today, is going to be in action, a tag team action. Countered that bicycle knee to Ryan Riley. Now a Northern Light suplex with a bridge. Tries to finish things off, but it was not enough. Drops down to one knee. That took it out of Double R, guys. What a matchup this is to kick off NGW's return. Which of these two men is going to advance to the semifinals? Which of them is going to take a step closer to the NGW Championship? Beautiful standing Seafire by Ryan Riley. 1, 2, 3, and Ryan Riley advances to the semifinals. Oh, Vic with that, the cheekiest of subs. Bless. So Ryan Riley soils the grand debut of the Ultimate Motito. What an excellent matchup, though. Ryan Riley gets himself to the semifinals. Who will he face? Next week we'll find out. When we see Gary Reed take on Twisted. Of course, next week also, Jay Money will take on Cameron Harris. Again, we're going to hear from Cameron Harris tonight. He's asked for a couple of minutes, and he's been granted that privilege. But what a win for Ryan. And now, my fine feathered friends, ready for tag team action up next as Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling, are slated to up against Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers. Announced that Fatal 4-Way elimination match that's taking place next week on NGW between Shadow, Dylan Vincent, and Stevie Wizard. But I guess we're getting an earlier look at Dylan Vincent than I thought. Of course, the guys also the Rising Star on the line. Zach Smith challenges Brandon Rain in our main event. Anthony Hunt, the vetted debut of Anthony Hunt, as he takes on Jack Dialop. As we get a look backstage here, guys. Bumping into Nick Hemmerling, and it looks like there's a bit of a talk going on. Park Sung saying, let's work together. I know that this is an impromptu team, but let's get the job done. Accepts the hand. So it seems like they're going to be on the same page for this tag team match. Would hope so. Beautiful bit of lag on. I think they're beautiful, and I Superstar is going to be the next and is going to be very pretty and spank and do. Of course, as I touched on earlier, the new right tomorrow on the Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews debuts a new Alpha World Championship. Some renovations going on in CMV. Getting a lot of new championship gold. Champions got to look the part, you know. They need the best of the best. I'm excited to hear what Cameron Harris has to say, to be honest. I assume he's probably going to touch on his NGW champion match next week with Jay Money. I mean, what else could he really have to talk about? But we just saw Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling bump into each other backstage, a handshake solidifying that they're going to be on the same page here. Maybe we're seeing the debut of perhaps a future actual tag team. Well, we'll see how their first matchup goes as they take on Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers. This is the debut of Dylan Vincent. We've seen Stan Bowers in action only twice before, and he lost in a battle royal. He lost in a fatal 4-way, and then he won a singles match. So actually 3 times before. My bad. Well, here he comes, the Korean-born Park Sung-ho, who has been in CMV perhaps around just about 2 months and has found it to be an impossible task getting a victory. Quite a losing streak he's amounted, in fact. But maybe tonight, with the help of Nicholas Hemmerling, he can finally get that job done. Owns his own dojo back in South Korea. And, of course, we know that his 2 daughters compete over on Ferocity. They're doing actually pretty well for themselves. And here he comes. The Australian-born, the mighty Nicholas Hemmerling, who I've actually been a big fan of in a short time in CMV as a part of Reality Wrestling. I think he had maybe 1 match on Genesis as well. This kid has been uber impressive in my eyes, and I'm very excited to see what he can accomplish on NGW. Of course, the last time we saw him, he took that Iron Man loss to Kevin Silva, but hopefully he can bounce back here. I actually can confirm for you that next week, Hunter Blackburn will make his NGW debut. He'll actually be going one-on-one with a man by the name of Fright Train. Hard to describe him as a man. That's gonna be akin to 2 Mack trucks colliding. Those 2 guys are just. Here comes our first look, ladies and gentlemen, at Dylan Vincent. Dylan Vincent, who's slated for a fatal 4-way elimination matchup next week where we'll get our first look at Jaden Shadow, Joey Diaz, and Stevie Wizard, but I was not expecting to see Vincent in action tonight. Filling in for this tag team matchup. Oh, and last but certainly not least, the man with the plan, Stan Bowers. This guy is most definitely going to be a formidable foe on NGW. He is massive, standing probably near 6'7", 6'8", got to be over 300 pounds. I mean, look at him. He is a thick boy. And sees himself as very cool. And I mean, just look at the way he's strutting to the ring. So here we go, guys. Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling seem to have formed an alliance backstage before this match started. Can they withstand Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers, though? A unique team, no doubt. We're going to find out right now as Park Sung-ho starts things off against Dylan Vincent. Referee rings the bell. We're going to get it on. These two meet in the middle of the ring. Immediately Russian leg sweep takes out Vincent. Dylan Vincent, I'm very excited to see his journey through NGW. One of those many new faces who, like I said, when NGW announced its return, so many people were clamoring, chomping at the bit to get involved. NGW is the next generation of CMV. These four guys could very well be main eventing Fusion Genesis one day, be headlining Ascendance. Dragon takes down Sung-ho. Now Dylan Vincent going to drop a leg. Nicely done. Put up into a seated position. Dylan Vincent grabs Sung-ho by the sides of his head up on a one knee. And looks for that vertical suplex stalled, though. Nicely done by Park Sung-ho, who's one of the very few superstars in all of CMV to not wear boots, which I think is not a good strategy. But I guess for someone who loves strikes and especially kicks as much as Sung-ho does without boots, is it more effective? Is it harder hitting or not? I'm not sure. With boots or without boots. I think barefooted it might hurt more. Just a straight fucking foot to the side of the head. But now Stan Bowers, guys, is tagged in, and we have a big difference in size and weight as Bowers just going to bully Sung-ho with a deadlift German suplex for a pin, trying to finish things off early, but only a 1 count. We hear from Cameron Harris, guys. Up next, the Sin City Savior, ahead of his NGW Championship Round 1 tournament match next week against Jay Money, has something to say. And I'm interested as to what. Zach Smith takes on Brandon Rain in our co-main event for the Rising Star Championship. Then our main event, the very highly anticipated debut of Anthony Hunt as he takes on former Rising Star champion Jack Dialop in a first round NGW Championship tournament match. We already saw Ryan Riley, of course, advance to the semis at the top of our show, defeating the Ultimate Motino. Next week, we're also going to see Gary Reed and Twisted in a first round matchup. Excellent counter by Park Sung-ho, who now Irish whips the big old Stan Bowers over to the corner, trying for a tag. Nicholas Hemmerling, a very smart, wise tag, but Stan Bowers not going to allow it. The man with the plan. Irish whipping Sung-ho back over to his corner, looks for a tag to Dylan Vincent, and he will get it. Dylan Vincent to the top rope, catapulted with a crossbody, going to squash Sung-ho under him. Now Dylan Vincent stopping Park Sung-ho dead in his tracks out onto the apron. Dylan Vincent going to show us that he is a risk taker with a frog splash. To the lower spine, a million miles of it, and now rebounds off the ropes. Double axe out to the back of the knee, brings Park Sung-ho up to his feet face to face. Irish whipper to the corner. What is Vincent thinking here, guys? Surely it won't be anything good for Park Sung-ho. Oh! Oh, Shining Wizard Bulldog combination. I've never seen anything as nasty as that since Andrew breaks his Shining Wizard, but he pulls it into a short arm clothesline. That Bulldog was devastating. Park Sung-ho somehow gets back to see he has got to make a tag, as he does as soon as an opening's created. Here comes Nicholas Hemmerling, the mighty one. Gonna see if he can try to turn things around. Knife edge chop, elbow to the side of the head. No, reverse STO. Wow. 1, 2. Oh, luckily only a 2 count. Nicholas Hemmerling hadn't taken any previous damage. Otherwise, that might have been enough to get the job done. Not a great start, though. Right here, right now, today, in this moment here, marks the beginning of the genesis of Michael McGillicuddy. Greatest promo ever. Nicholas Hemmerling now, what's he thinking? Maybe a tag of his own. I don't know how smart it would be to bring Park Sung-ho back in so early. No, it's that wicked DDT from the top rope. Wow. Amazing athleticism by the mighty one. The Australian-born Hemmerling, man, never ceases to amaze. Stop right down onto the thigh, as now Dylan Vincent brought up to his feet, kick to the midsection, and Nicholas Hemmerling says howdy to Stan Bowers before flooring Vincent with a devastating-looking sunset flip powerbomb, but a hot tag, and here comes Bowers with a fire lit up under his ass. The big man just mowing over Nicholas Hemmerling like a goddamn bull let out of its pen. I mean, my God, what is he even doing? What is it, a shoulder tackle? But he's putting out his arms. I have no idea. Whatever it is, though, it's getting the job done. And now Bowers ain't done as he looks for an air raid siren, squashing him like a little tiny bug, like a little baby. What up, Maury? What up, Crispy? Everybody drop it in. No BG body, boys. This is Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling taking on Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers, and Stan Bowers might about be finishing things off. Oh my God, what a slam. I can't even get the words out. The velocity behind that slam. Good thing Park Sung-ho breaks it up, because otherwise that matchup would have been over right there. Bowers is now pissed. Seatbelt suplex. He's just killing everybody that comes his way. Did you guys see that slam, though? I mean, my God, the torque he had on a dropkick doesn't even phase Stan Bowers. Nicholas Hemmerling going into overdrive right now. There we go. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors takes down the big Bowers. Nicholas Hemmerling goes to his corner, perhaps needing to make a tag to Park Sung-ho, but he's been taken out by Bowers. Elbow drop from the second turnbuckle, nicely done. Oh, guys, perfect positioning. We know what the mighty one is going for here. From the top, perched high. I thought he was gonna go for his swanton bomb. I guess not. What's he gonna try for instead? Drop kick right to the back of the head. You can see Park Sung-ho off to the side of your screen behind Dylan Vincent, just now getting back up to his feet, using the apron to do so. Slides back in, taking a shortcut to get to the apron so that Nicholas Hemmerling can make a tag if he has to. Nice catchphrase right there. But not a pretty sight. Nicholas Hemmerling is grabbing at his head, and that could be a sign of a concussion, as, my God, big fucking toss. That would make Cyborg proud. And now look at the strength of Stan Bowers. Good Lord above. This man is a monster. Dropped out of the military press into a European uppercut. He's thick, so Irish whip out of the corner, guys, as we get a tweet from Hunter Blackburn, who says the beasts of the Appalachian Mountains will soon bring salvation to the poor souls of CMV. I don't know what the fuck the Appalachian Mountains is. I do know that Hunter Blackburn comes from the wilderness. And he makes his debut next week, guys, as right now, Nicholas Hemmerling with the Swanton Bomb. Will that be enough? 1, 2. Oh, it may have been, but we'll never know, as Dylan Vincent makes the save and takes out poor referee Perry White, who's asked to... He's just doing his job, Dylan. Come on. Didn't have to do that. Nicholas Hemmerling, though, trying to keep the pressure on. Stan Bowers can't handle this. Oh, wow. Did I actually... Whoa, I have no... counters the comeback into an air raid siren. I don't remember the last time I saw a comeback countered. Stan Bowers full of surprises. Perry White is still down. The official of Genesis as well. He's got to get to work tomorrow. And Dylan Vincent might have just given him a goddamn concussion. Now Stan Bowers, guys, for a second time, going to look for that wicked slam of his, just squashing Nicholas Hemmerling, but Dylan Vincent going to show off his biceps instead of coming in and trying to stop Park Sung-ho, and that Stan Bowers is just getting livid. He is pissed off. Inverted suplex going to take Sung-ho out, and Hemmerling once again is left on his own. Yeah, coming from the Appalachian Mountains, like I said, Hunter Blackburn lives in the wilderness, and he arrives in CMV next week as Stan Bowers lets out a mighty roar, marking his territory. Park Sung-ho still down, and there's no hope for Nicholas Hemmerling a third time with that world's strongest slam. Now hooks the leg, and that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers victorious over Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling. Even though before the match started backstage, Sung-ho and Hemmerling shared a handshake. Looks like they had a game plan. It was not enough to deal with Vincent and Bowers, who worked very well together to get this win. And these two young men celebrate a well-deserved and hard-fought victory. Now the question is, besides that hiccup, will Park Sung-ho and Nicholas Hemmerling continue to try to work together? Or will that loss in their first tag match be enough to put them on different courses? Dylan Vincent and Stan Bowers, maybe they'll decide to carry on. But before we continue, guys, with our co-main event, Zach challenging Brandon Rain for the Rising Star Championship. And then, of course, our main event, another first-round matchup in the NGW Championship Tournament. Anthony Hunt takes on Jack Dialop. We are going to be hearing from the Sin City. Cameron had returned to CMV some weeks ago after he was in CMV, maybe over a year hiatus. He knocked off Twisted on a Genesis pre-show, and he was involved in the Royal Rumble match, but now he's been drafted to NGW. Next week, he takes on Jay Money in a round one matchup at the NGW Championship Tournament, but it seems like tonight he's got something to say, and so he's been given a microphone and a couple of minutes to do just that. Let's hear what is on Cameron Harris's mind. Cameron Harris seems to be in a foul mood as he makes his way down the ramp and into the ring. The Sin City Savior, he calls himself. What does Cameron Harris have on his mind? Oh, so Cameron Harris, it seems like the chat is right. It seems like Cameron Harris is actually upset that CMV management has decided to put him on NGW. He's not pleased that he's out here to voice his display. Oh, but before he can, look who's not wasted any time coming out here and interrupting him. It is the man that he'll face next week in a round one NGW Championship Tournament match. The Prophet J Money interrupting Cameron Harris before he could go on a tirade or a rant. Harris thinking he's too good for NGW, but Jay Money looking to come out here and prove otherwise. Jay Money getting right up to Cameron Harris's face here, guys. You can already feel the tension the two are sharing in the ring. So Jay Money apparently thinks that whatever he has to say is far more important than whatever Cameron Harris was about to spew out in front of the NGW universe. Cameron Harris just looking like, yeah, fam, what are you doing out here? How dare you interrupt me? And Cameron Harris just going to snap back. Oh, so Cameron Harris shooting off. Saying it doesn't matter what you got to say, Jay Money, because I'm better than you, and that's a fact. Well, they'll be able to prove it next week in that NGW Championship tournament match. So Jay Money says he's tired of sitting in the back. He wanted to be in action tonight. He's the best there is, and he wants to prove it. And he doesn't care who's put in his way, even Cameron Harris. Dang. Some savagery there by Cameron Harris, saying that Jay Money's in-ring ability is just as bad as his ability on the mic. Cameron Harris, though, letting us know that he is not happy. So Jay Money calls himself pure athlete CMV. That these two are going to face each other one-on-one next week. Jay Money said you're going to learn that soon enough, Cameron. You ain't going to have to wait too much longer. Oh, so Jay Money wants the fight tonight. He says, Cameron, we don't have to wait till next week. Let's do this right here, right now. But Cameron Harris saying, you ain't got enough clout to throw down a challenge like that, Money. We'll let the GM decide when we get this done. Oh, Jay Money saying, this is it. This is who I've been hearing about, the Sin City Savior, Cameron Harris, just a coward. Jay Money not impressed at all. Standing face to face with Cameron Harris. Oh, and Cameron Harris saying the day that I care about the opinion of somebody like you is the day that I'd rather starve to death. These two are getting in each other's faces and throwing some serious shots. And Jay Money seems to be getting a little bit agitated. Seems like Cameron Harris is getting under his skin. Money wanted the match tonight. Cameron Harris just ain't having it. Money exploding, saying, don't test me, Cameron. And Cameron Harris, whatever rant he was going to go on gets interrupted as now Jay Money decides to take his leave. He's not going to get what he wanted. He wanted the tournament match to happen tonight. Cameron Harris wasn't having it. He's waiting until next week. Jay Money gets the last laugh, though, as he heads off to the back, and Cameron Harris is left with a slack jaw. Yeah, to be honest, I think that if I was in Harris's shoes there, done the exact same thing. Jay Money and take Cameron Harris off. We don't have to wait till next week. Let's have our tournament matchup right here tonight. But Cameron Harris said, I'm not having any of that. I'm not ready to compete here. Our matchup is next week, and we'll fight next week. But I'm now for that matchup next week. even before, but now I am very excited for it. But right here in our co-main event, the CMV Rising Star Championship is about to be on the line as Zach Smith, who has been unstoppable tear these past couple of months, challenges Brandon Rain. And still to come in our main event, guys, round one, Harris View taking on former Rising Star champion Jack Dial-Up. Brandon Rain here also debuting a brand new looking championship. I saw it earlier. It's beautiful. Brandon Rain with 3 under his belt. And after his second defense, he had the option to cash in the championship for a opportunity. He's on Fusion, so either the light heavyweight championship or the United States championship. But in deciding to hold on to the Rising Star title, has seen himself put on NGW. And Rain saying, I'm going to hold this championship for as long as I can because it's the only thing that keeps the Black Gale at bay. It's the only thing I have to hold on to in my life, the only good thing. So looking to make it 4 defenses in a row here tonight. But like I said, Zach Smith, guys, has been on another level since a couple of months ago. He's on a 5-match winning streak. He beat 4 other men in an elimination fatal 4-way, eliminated all 3 of them to earn this opportunity on the final episode of Reality Wrestling last week. And Zach Smith is an NGW alumni, the season 1, the first ever incarnation of NGW. Zach Smith was there, and he actually said in an interview, NGW is my home. I'm going to return and claim the Rising Star Championship. Zach Smith ready to go, guys. The biggest matchup of his career, but in order to claim his first taste of championship gold, he's got to get past this man, the reigning, defending CMV Rising Star champion, Brandon Rain, and look at that beauty that is wrapped around his waist. Brandon Rain is quickly closing in on shattering Miles Kelly's record. Kelly holds 2 records as Rising Star champion. 1, the longest reigning, and 2, most defenses. If Brandon Rain retains tonight, he'll tie Kelly for most defenses with each man at 4 apiece. And in a couple of weeks, he'll surpass Miles for the longest reigning Rising Star champion of all time. But that's only if he can retain here tonight. So there's what's up for grabs, guys. The CMV Rising Star Championship is what hangs in the balance. Zach Smith has bust off first shot at a and he is not going to let it go to waste. His return to is ready, will has to in order as the NGW champion tonight, but across has his final thoughts, maybe says a prayer. I don't know. Pre-match ritual. Raises his arm up. Ooh, of course, gonna get some cheeky lag here. Of course. Great. On HD though. I should have gone just medium. Definitely gonna put that back before Genesis, but I don't think this router's actually gonna do anything. Hopefully, this goes away as the matchup is set to get underway in it. Okay, a handshake. I'm gonna show some sportsmanship. I don't know that it's more sportsmanship than these 2 before the match did, because Zach Smith has got a nasty attitude about him. So Rain starting things off strong, taking down his contender. Looking to make quick work of Smith here. Return of NGW. Side headlock out of the gate now. And up for Rain to tip up. Oh my way. Do this. Let's do. Absolutely. Now we know the router gonna help anything. Wow. Okay. You guys, I don't know what to do. It's 150 degrees in here. Just want to die already. Funny is it's 2. Well, it's 158. It's about to be 2, and that's usually it's around 2 and it's around 6. So I think I actually am getting throttled. Actually, a reality now. This is like the 10th time that this time is lagged when I'm streaming. Well, why aren't the things loading in the game either? By the way, the game breaking as well. Everything breaking. Everything just breaks altogether. Oh boy. My life. No, it's not the arena. It's lag. It's internet lag. That's really bad. Wow, that is really bad. Holy crap. Gotta get new internet. It's reached that point. It's not the game. Game's definitely messing up on its own right now with it not even learning the characters, but it's not the game that's lagging. It's my awful internet. Really thought this new router would do something. Really thought it would help out. Yeah, and it's been working fine for the past hour. I don't think when I this doesn't matter what quality it's on, right? Because I've been streaming in HD for the past hour, so I mean, my God, dude. I guess I'll try, but it's not going to do anything. I'll also exit out. Let me exit out. Quit. If it does work, just completely restart.